Let's make a shamrock. Get some paper. I'm using two sizes. One is 4 by 4 and the other one is a half a sheet of typing paper, 8.5 by 5.5. Step 1, fold the small 4 by 4 paper. When you fold it, it kind of reminds you of a little door, right? That's my art door. Now, when you look at a door, there are hinges and there is a doorknob. When I look at this paper, there is a folded edge and there is one side that opens up. The folded edge will consider the side for the hinges. So if I look at the door, down towards the bottom, there's a hinge. I've placed a dot there on the fold. If you're not sure what a hinge is, on the photograph, I've circled it in yellow. Double check. Open up your paper. Make sure that dot is in the center of the paper. Okay, if that looks good, refold it. Now I'm going to think about the doorknob. The doorknob would be on the side that opens, right? And normally, it's in the center of the door. In the photograph, it's circled in blue. Well, we want to put something on that's like the doorknob, but it's for a tall person, so we're not going to go quite in the center. Let's go up a little higher and put our doorknob on. Now, typically in a door, across from the doorknob, there is a hinge. So we're going to go straight across from the doorknob and put a dot on that center line. Open it up, double check. It should be right in the center of your paper. You'll also notice because of where we put the doorknob and the hinge, there's a decent amount of space up towards the top. We're going to need that now. This project has me thinking of shamrocks, leprechauns, and rainbows. Connect those two dots with a curve. Kind of think of a rainbow. Now I'm going to connect this side dot, that doorknob, down to the bottom hinge. And that's right, we have what looks like a half of a heart. Open it up. Make sure that you like that half of a heart. You could use your finger to kind of draw the other half on the other side. Is this going to look like a good heart? If not, pick up your pencil and redraw out that half of a heart so you really like that shape. You can just curve it up a little bit. We're making a heart. All right, so once you feel good about your half of a heart, close it back up and cut along that line. Just the straight line and just the rainbow curve. Nothing more. Open it up, get ready for your garbage, and let's move on. I'm using that half sheet of paper and I've turned it horizontal. I need to find the center, so I'm going to fold it in half. I'm also going to draw a line on my center. You don't have to do that, but if I don't draw the line because of the filming, you can't really see what I'm doing. In the corner of the screen here, I've put up a shamrock, a 3-leafed clover. This image is from Wikipedia, but there's several on the internet that you could take a look at. Right? I'm also adding a line to that center of that heart that we made so I can show you how I'm going to line that up in the center crease of my paper, and I've left space towards the top. All right, so I'm lining up the center of my heart in the center of the paper, both the top and the point. Leave a little space towards the top of the two kind of humps of your heart, and now you are going to use it as a template and you're going to trace. Watch how my fingers hold down the edge of the heart nice and tightly, and I move my fingers to any place that I want to trace. Right, that keeps my paper nice and flat. If you accidentally draw on your heart, that's okay. It's a template. It's not a work of art. It's just what we want to use a trace around. And there's a chance you could draw on it. It's okay. All right, but again, watch how I've been moving my fingers the whole time. I got one petal of my shamrock in. Step 2, take the same heart. I want to line the point up with the bottom of the point of the first heart and the center line. And then you can pivot it. How much space do you want in between your leaves? Right? Shamrocks, like the one I showed you a picture of, often have some space in between these two leaves. Right? There's different images of different shamrocks on the internet. Some have 4 leaves. Most times people consider them 3 leaves. Take some looks. See which ones you want to do. All right, here I go. I'm tracing and speeding up the camera a little bit. But again, watch how my fingers move. The 3rd leaf, the other side, let's do it exactly the same. Match up your points and trace. Again, I've sped up the video. Now clean up any extra lines you did. We need a stem. So I'm going to put down a stem, basically a curved line, right? I'm going to add a curved line, and then I'm going to add another curved line, and there I've got a stem. It's time to add some color. Now in my example, I'm going to do 3 different things for 3 different leaves. Be creative. This first one, I'm actually putting veins in the leaves, right? And I'm only going to use light greens and dark greens, but I'm going to always kind of outline things in black and make them pop. All right, so this first one, just having fun. Next one, I am going to again kind of stick with traditional colors, but I'm going to do more of a pattern. Maybe you want to put polka dots in there. Again, I always like black or darker colors to make things pop. So I actually put my circles in first in black and then went to fill them up. Again, I sped up the video. Don't go fast. Take your time. Enjoy adding your design. The third leaf, I'm again going to use some traditional leaf colors. I'm going to use all the colors that make green. So I'm using greens, light greens, dark greens, but I'm also going to use some yellow. I'm also going to use some blue. I'm also going to use my blue-green that happens to be in this box of my crayons. I'm doing the stem in stripes, all sorts of colors, the ones that kind of make violet. I've got reds and blues, some violets, some light reds that are pinks, right? At everything I do, I go back in and I do some outlining in black. As my leprechaun friend would say, enjoy making your shamrock.